He's going to tuck it and go.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
They'll toss this right side to Taylor. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Taking off, he'll try to get there, and he will score. Trevor Lawrence, touchdown Seahawks. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. Going up top and looking for Flowers.
His offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
So we are through one on Sunday Night Football. 14-7 is our score. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Here now, 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Saints will punt this one away. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
So, Mike, you look back at the quarterback and you see that this ball is coming out of his hand and it's going to be low. And the decision's made. You've got to go down to the ground to secure the catch. First order of business. Your hands are between the ground and the ball, no matter what that looks like. And then once you secure it, you've got to roll, protect the ball, and under no circumstances can that ball move or hit the ground. I mean, how often do we see a great catch overturned on replay? So it's not easy, but you get paid to catch them all.
So a pair of 1st downs moves them out to the 47-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Lawrence. He's got a man wide open. The tight end complete. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down. A run with Taylor. Good running inside the 25. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Now he takes off.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This will be a 48-yard attempt. Bates' kick is good. And the Seahawks build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Saints offense, and Josh Allen head back onto the field. And as we move into the second half of the season, he continues to put up the big numbers. Currently the NFL's leader in passing as we play here in the month of November. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Allen. The throw, left side, caught by Andrews. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Allen. Open man is Davis. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a 1st down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Now Allen on 1st down. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Allen to the air. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
In motion comes Andrews. They'll go play action here with Allen. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. No motion over Flowers. On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. That is caught. Hooks gets the grab. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Allen. Right back to Andrews. He's got another one. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, first and goal, at the very least.
And he's in. Gabe Davis. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tucker for the point after. He's got it. The Saints are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and their running back set to go once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
So, first and 10 here now at the 38. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Here's first and 10. To throw is Lawrence. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. To the goal line and in. D.K. Metcalf. Touchdown, Seattle.
This is a great example here, Mike, of an offense and a quarterback that is just in complete control and rhythm. Not only is he able to deliver this ball on target downfield, but the accuracy is what allows his receiver to stay on his feet, pick up the remaining yards after the catch, and walks it in for a touchdown.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Saints offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Off he goes. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. On first down, it's Allen. This throw right is taken in by Flowers. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. Allen will throw. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. New Orleans' third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Allen to throw. And And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. So we're at halftime here on Sunday Night Football. As we'll send you over to Orlando, our EA Sports halftime report with the coach. Jonathan, all yours.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports halftime report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was the Dolphins who were able to pick up the victory at home. Caleb Williams, a touchdown pass in the victory. From there, we head to the Big Apple, more specifically to MetLife Stadium in Jersey to check on the Giants. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Drake May, strong in the victory, as his guys up their mark to 6-2 on the year. And then finally, a good one on Monday Night Football between the LA Rams and the Chicago Bears. In the first half, we saw a strong outing from Trevor Lawrence. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Saints offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he is right up there in touchdown passes, as you see on that graphic, currently second in the NFL at this point in the season. They'll throw on first down with Allen.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
To throw is Allen. There's the veteran tight end, Andrews. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it, because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Just pushing guys away as he takes this forward for a gain of 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
Both sides now going back and forth, trading blows. After a nice pickup and a handful of yards, the defense responds with a big sack. Now brings up third and medium, and let's see if they decide to go back on the ground or keep it in the air.
On third down, it's Allen. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
Here's 2nd and 2. On the give, here's Henry. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Allen. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Saints. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Saints cut the lead to 3, 24-21. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. There's DK Metcalf, and the Seahawks offense set for their next drive. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. 17 yards on that play. First down, Seattle.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
The Saints offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now Allen. That's caught. It's the tight end, Andrews.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. In motion comes Andrews. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. That is catch number 60 for the season.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and That was a good one there.
To throw again, it's Allen. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. One more time going up top with Allen. He's got room at the 30. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 20. 1st down, New Orleans. So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. Allen going to throw again. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. And try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. It's Allen. Looking into the middle, there's Flowers. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Here we go. Bird and a yard. They put Strange in motion. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field. And then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. 4th quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Seahawks offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. This game level following the made field goal. So they need to put something together here. It begins with 1st and 10. Now Lawrence on the bootleg. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
They just have to be better on 1st down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on 1st down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play. Back to throw. Lawrence. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
And he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. That's into the hands of the veteran Cooks. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. They put Strange in motion. Right back to Cooks. He's got another one. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the gun, Josh Allen. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Again, it's Allen to the air. He's going to keep it himself. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
Now Allen on 1st down. A pass pulled in by Henry. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Throwing now, Allen here on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Here's Henry. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd down and 3. Now Henry. And he's in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, New Orleans. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line. He keeps it himself. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock shows 50 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. He'll get that one to Taylor. Complete. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down. is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Allen down to an 8, and that should do it. Timeout Seahawks. That is their 2nd, and they stop it with 22 ticks left on the clock here in the 4th. Allen down to an 8, and that should do it. Now Seattle will use the final timeout. The clock will stop with an even 20 seconds to go. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this one a win for the visiting Saints. They bounced back from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort, and will come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Seattle.